make heading into game 2 tomorrow?
We got to bring ourselves to the game, not just physically, but mentally, and make the adjustments that we saw on film from what they did well, what we didn't do well, and then capitalize from there. But we definitely have to bring our brand of basketball to the series.
Defensively, you guys had made such strides that helped you guys turn around the Boston series. What do you feel like you guys didn't do last night, or maybe just the biggest miscues on that end of the floor?
I don't know. I mean, we kind of started the Boston series off like this, right? But we made adjustments. We got better, each and every game. So I expect the same from this series. But, yeah, only up from here.
Kelly, we often hear around the league, head of the snake and on. Jalen Brunson is that. Is that, like, how tough is that guard? How tough is Jalen Brunson to try to contain him?
I don't know. I just know he has a big head. So, it's definitely tough to guard him with his head doing all that. But, yeah, I mean, he's a great player. We've played against him many of times, and, we have to make the adjustments that we see on film. But, kudos to him. He came out and started the series and did what they had to do at home, and, it's up to us to respond.
Did you guys see anything, tactically, without you getting specific, did you guys see anything tactically that you guys can clean up going forward on film?
I'm not a coach, so I can't really answer that question. So, but I saw things that I could do better, and assert myself into this series and find spots, and be more tenacious, and just make them a little more uncomfortable. So, yeah.
I know you don't want to use fatigue as a factor, but I mean mentally, going from an emotional Game 7 in Boston to having one day off and then diving into a brand new series here in New York, I guess did that play a factor at all? Do you think?
I would say so. Yeah, it was a quick turnaround. We got to travel. We didn't have a full practice before the game and things like that. So I definitely thought, in my time, I remember the playoffs, you always having at least a practice before the game. But I think with the in-season tournament now, I think that it kind of pushes things a little closer together. So, yeah, if we were able to kind of get some rest, get some recovery, and then, get a good practice in to kind of have a day before shoot around and go over their stuff, I think, yeah, we would have been a little bit more prepared, but we don't make the schedule. We just got to go out there and play. Now we got to go figure it out. So today's a good recovery day, though.
You mentioned playing your brand of basketball and bringing that to the floor. What would you describe that to be? Like, what are you guys doing on the floor that will make you feel like this is, we're playing our brand of basketball right now?
Just out there having fun, out there flying around, being athletic, being versatile, and, utilizing our weapons that we have on the court. And I think that's our brand of basketball, obviously gritty, resilient, and, physical.
When you talk about Brunson having a big head, were you just saying it, or does it really get in the way of I had to ask that question because it's such a good answer.
A little bit of both, for sure, and he got the braids.
So wait, you're kind of getting whipped by the braids?
Yeah, he's a very smart tactical player, so, he uses all of that to his advantage. But, I'll be there. I'll be there. He can whip me all he want, but he's not getting free like that. So
you guarded him a lot in that series 2 years ago too. Is there anything from that experience that you're taking with you now that's helpful?
Yes, a couple things that I did then that I didn't do now. I think we're trying to adjust from last series. JB and JT, picking him up. They're bringing the ball up a lot, and Pritchard. So this is a new series. It's completely different players, a new team. So we have to make the adjustment for what the task at hand is saying, and not what we just went through.
What are the challenges that Jalen presents in pick and roll, especially?
Crafty and discipline, fundamental. So, we just got to figure that out. But we've been playing him for a long time, and, we know his game, and, we got to just be there, be in front of him.
Sorry, that resilience you're talking about. You guys obviously came back twice in the last series after bad losses. Just what is it about this group that you guys are capable of doing that? And I guess what sort of signs do you see today, other than just kind of the rest and recovery, that give you the confidence that you guys can do that again?
Confident group. You don't feel too high or too low. I think that we kind of stay even keeled, but we also know in the back of our head we're always capable of being better and doing more. So we owe it to the city of Philadelphia, to our families, to just go out there and, put on a better display of basketball.
Thank you, Kelly.
Thanks, y'all. Appreciate you.
Love, love, guys.
Anything that stood out to you that you guys can maybe improve on for Game 2 tomorrow night?
Intensity, effort, physicality. I think that's the main thing for them. That's where it starts. Like I said, they're a really physical team, and they're good. So if we lack physicality and effort, scores are going to be like that every night.
Obviously, everything for you right now is a first, but for you to go from like an emotional Game 7 in Boston, you only have one day off, and then kind of diving into this series, what kind of experience was that like for you, and was there maybe any fatigue involved a little bit?
You can say that, but at the end of the day, we control that. That's all we can control, how we, respond to things, how we play, how hard we play, So, like I said, we can control all aspects of the game. So, I think, if we had a day off or no day off, going from Game 7 into another series, it don't matter. We just got to play hard.
How difficult is it for you guys to mentally go from a series like that to mentally locking in to another series like this?
Obviously, Boston was like a historical series or whatever they want to call it. But it wasn't a championship. We know now that obviously it's just steps. Obviously, it was a step in the right direction after the Boston game. But like you said, we had to lock in for New York, who's a really good team, man. It's tough, obviously. My first time going through it, my first time advancing in the playoffs, because it's the first time here. But yeah, I think it's pretty tough. But I think we're built for it.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
You've had some good games at the Garden this year, and you know it from high school. Was it different, like just the craziness last night of the fans and stuff like that, or what was that like? And did you have friends there?
I don't know if I had friends there, but it's New York, man. The fans are really passionate. So I think regular season or not, playoffs, regular season, they bring the intensity. That's how it sounded like that when I first played there. Like I said, it's always going to be loud. So, credit to the New York fans for, showing love. But I think it was kind of the same, and when it comes to like the loudness of the fans. So yeah.
Defensively, where do you feel like you guys can be better tomorrow?
On the ball initially. It starts initially on the ball. So yeah, I think just guarding the ball, guarding your yard, force us out of less rotations. So yeah.
Well, obviously, you guarded Brunson so many times during the regular season. Obviously, last night he was able to get free and do what he does. I guess. What did you learn from the regular season and learn from last night on how to guard him?
Like I said, he's a great player. So, he gonna make adjustments. Now it's time for me to make adjustments on how I guard. I'm just guard there. Like I said, just play hard, fight through, just try to make sure I don't get hit by any screen or anything like that. Just try my best to just stay in front of him and just make him make difficult shots. He's gonna make difficult shots. He's a good player. So yeah.
After a game like last night, when you're watching film, does the concentration go more towards you guys or more towards what they did?
It's us. It's us on what we can do better. I think we control like the shots they get. If you think about it, if you really guard, just try to make it easier. Try to make it harder. My bad. When not guarding, they get easier looks, wide open layups, dunks, wide open threes. Just good looks. So it was more of our film for us.
How important is it for you in the perimeter defenders to get over the screens a little better than last night?
It's super important because now that it helps. Joe, Drum, Bono. They won't have to run around as much. And it also stop them from getting downhill. I said they're really good. At drawing attention, getting downhill, making shots. So I think that's the importance of it.
I was going to say, could you feel them trying to get Joe on the move, and away from the basket?
Yeah. I said they set high screens with whoever he's guarding. But I think that's every team, and you play. Every team does that. Just try to get the big away from the basket. So yeah.
With this being your first postseason, like you mentioned, just how much can you personally lean on the comeback in the last series? I guess you kind of face some hole in this one already.
Yeah, I mean, if we lost by 1 or if we lost by 30, you still lose. So I say it's the adversity part of it. Our backs are against the wall, and it's been like that the whole postseason. So we just gotta, like I say, just go out and play hard, and just stay together. Like I say, we're gonna face adversity. Every team is gonna face adversity at some point. And like I say, we got now we know that what we have to do. I say we gonna be better.